Hey travelers! Welcome back to the channel. Grab your tea or maybe your favorite cup of dandelion wine, because today, we're diving into one of the most mysterious and hyped characters in all of Teyvat. Sandrone, the Marionette herself, the seventh of the Fatui Harbingers. Yes, the genius inventor with a heart of steel, literally and figuratively, finally has some fresh leaks swirling around her, and oh boy, they're juicy. But before we start tinkering with mechanical puppets and geo constructs, remember this. Take everything here like a puff of dandelions in the wind. Light, fun, and absolutely not set in stone. So who exactly is Sandrone? In case you've been living under a rock, or maybe under a pile of hilichurl masks, Sandrone is one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, ranked 7th. She's known as the Marionette, and her entire aesthetic screams cold intellect and mechanical perfection. She's a petite woman with pale skin, blue-gray eyes, and this unique beige blonde hair that frames her face in the most elegant yet eerie way. But the real star of the show, besides Sandrone herself, is her massive automaton companion, Palonia. Picture this. A towering mechanical butler who not only carries Sandrone around but also fights for her. Yeah, imagine walking into battle while your robot servant literally does the heavy lifting. Goals, right? What's fascinating about Sandrone is her personality. She's reclusive, aloof, and obsessed with her mechanical research. She doesn't just build robots, she breathes invention. Rumor has it she treats her automatons like art pieces, and she's known to spend days, or maybe weeks, perfecting a single design. And, of course, she's got a certain rivalry with Tartaglia. You know, our chaotic hydro boy from Liyue who probably drives her crazy with his reckless, I can punch that dragon myself energy. She's the cold scientist. He's the hot-headed fighter. Put them in the same room and sparks, geo and hydrosparks, are bound to fly. Now here's where things get really exciting. The leaks suggest that Sandrone will be released late in version 6.x. Specifically, in version 6.7. Yeah, that's a bit of a wait, but given her complexity and lore importance, it makes sense. She's from Snezhnaya, after all, and with Natlan now heating things up, the next major step will definitely start laying the groundwork for the Icy Nation and its harbingers. Sandrone fits perfectly into that timeline. Cold, calculating, and very Snezhnayan. And if you're wondering about her element, yup, she's expected to be a Geo character. Surprised. A lot of people were betting on Electro or even a Nemo because of her mechanical theme, but Geo actually makes a ton of sense. Think about it. Geo represents creation, construction, and solid form. And Sandrone's entire identity revolves around building and engineering. Now let's talk weapons. Based on everything we know, Sandrone will likely wield a catalyst. I mean, could you really see her swinging a claymore around? No way. She's way too refined for that. Her catalyst supposedly channels Geo energy into her constructs, making her playstyle a mix of summoner and controller. Here's how her kit is shaping up according to the current whispers across Teyvat. Her elemental skill lets her summon a mechanical construct. Basically, a smaller automaton that attacks nearby enemies and generates Geo shards. That's already cool, but there's more. If you hold her skill button, you can manually control the puppet. Yup, you heard that right, manual control. Imagine piloting a little geomech that can charge up and slam enemies for enhanced geo damage and boosted Crystallize reactions. It's like combining Ningguang's elegance with Albedo's intellect and a dash of Ito's chaotic fun. This automaton will also function as a geo construct, meaning it can interact with abilities like Zhongli's pillar or the Traveler's boulder. So yeah, geo synergy players, your time to shine is coming back. And then there's her elemental burst, which sounds absolutely wild. The leaks describe it as Sandrone fusing all her active automatons into Palonia, that's her big, iconic butler, for a devastating geo strike. Palonia charges forward, slamming enemies and crystallizing them, dealing damage over time as they're trapped in this glowing golden energy field. Then, just when you think it's over, Palonia taunts nearby enemies before self-detonating, creating a huge geo explosion that boosts Sandrone's geo damage temporarily. Like, can we just pause for a moment? That's such a cinematic concept. She's literally commanding her mechanical army, merging them into one massive geo burst, and then walking away as everything explodes in golden dust behind her. Talk about Harbinger energy. Now, if these leaks hold true, Sandrone's gameplay loop could be one of the most dynamic we've ever seen in Genshin. Imagine switching between controlling your puppet, managing constructs, and timing a massive Palonia burst. It's like being a puppet master in the middle of a battlefield. And for all you Geo mains who've been begging for a little more sparkle in your builds, well, this might be your new queen. But wait, the video doesn't stop at Sandrone. There's something else buzzing through the community, and this time it's about Mona. Our favorite astrologist from Mondstadt has apparently received a buff, and this one's actually confirmed for normal gameplay, not just for special modes. The change enhances her synergy in two main ways. First, she's becoming a stronger Hex and Circle teammate for Dainsleif, giving her more control over debuff timings and burst setups. And second, this is big. She's getting better dual Hydro support potential alongside characters like Nicolette. That means her role as both a damage amplifier and a Hydro enabler is finally catching up to modern standards. Mona mains, it's your time to shine, literally and metaphorically. So with Sandrone gearing up for her grand debut and Mona back in the spotlight, Genshin Impact's upcoming updates are shaping up to be packed with surprises. Sandrone's mix of mechanical flair, icy composure, and Geo mastery could bring something truly new to the table. And if her story quest explores her rivalry with Tartaglia, or even her connection to other Harbingers, we're in for a narrative treat. It's honestly fascinating to think about how her mechanical creations might reflect her own personality. Cold, precise, maybe even lonely. Sandrone could easily end up being one of those characters whose story hits you harder than expected. So travelers, what do you think? Is Sandrone about to become your next must-pull Geo queen? Or are you saving those primo gems for someone else? And how about Mona's buff? Do you think this finally puts her back on the competitive stage? Or is it just a small quality of life tweak? I'd love to hear all your thoughts down below, so drop a comment and let's get a good old Teyvat debate going. Oh, and before you go tinkering with your own mechanical army, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the latest Genshin updates, theories, and deep dives right here on the channel. Plus, we've got a giveaway running for those who like, subscribe, comment, and enable all notifications. So if you want to test your luck like a true adventurer, now's the time. Until next time, stay curious, stay creative, and may your next 10 pull sparkle golden. Thanks for watching, travelers. This is your host signing off, and I'll see you in the next adventure across Teyvat.